Hi guys, welcome back. The second topic, the voltage V in distribution. So basically I'm going to teach you how the voltage, the V in or B plus, the main voltage is distributed in every motherboard. We're gonna check this board and also another board, two boards basically. Guys, I'm going to teach you in these two motherboards in order to master voltage distribution. Very important. So let's get started. So let's connect the power adapter. Okay, we will use, guys, basically we have a flexible cable. We're gonna connect the power adapter like this. Good. The power adapter is connected. Let's see if the board is clear. Like this, maybe good. Okay. We have the multimeter. I'm going to select always the 20 volts. Nice. I'm going to begin with this motherboard and then we're gonna show or see other motherboards. So for beginners, of course, and also for intermediate technician and expert technician. Okay, guys, here, my friends, okay, usually here some guys will wonder that this is very basic, but the majority of my followers are beginners. That's why I go step by step and I teach everything very simple and very basic. Here, my friends, I'm going to teach you how the V plus or the B plus, the main voltage, is distributed. If you master this power flow, you can repair any board, because I'm going to show you from the beginning here, okay, from the input. Okay, let me check if the adapter is on. Okay, the adapter is on. Put the black probe in the ground. The black probe in the ground. Oh yes, I have a problem. Do you see, guys? This one is removed. Nice. Always you have to pay attention. Electronics is a little bit crazy. Okay, my friends. Good. So always, as I told you, okay, let me try to make this good. Nice. Always I will show you, okay, in this basically live testing, how to follow the main voltage from the input until all circuits, RAM circuit, CPU circuit, etc. Means how the voltage is distributed. If you see, basically these two pins here are ground, these two are high. So if we check here, we have 19 volts, my friends. Here also we have 19 volts. This is the first step, the presence of the 19 volts or 15 volts, depending on the motherboard, in the input. Sometimes, my friend, you can find here, for example, the voltage V in is here, but it's not, it doesn't travel to the motherboard because here we have a dry. Always check dry in these pins, okay? As you can see in the image, the dry is like this. The pins are not soldered correctly. Okay, So here we have the first switch. If we go here, we have 19 volts. So 19 volts pass from here to the switch. Normally, the switch here we have the pin number 1, okay? Because the source, 3 pins for source, pin number 2, pin number 3, all pins hold 19 volt. Good. Let's check the gate. Here we have the gate. Let's check. We have 8 volts. The gate is activated. The switch is NPN. Why? Because we have positive voltage in the gate. Okay, my friends, always the NPN, the N channel, the N channel MOSFETs, this is N channel, are activated when they get a positive voltage in the gate. So once we have the positive voltage here, we will get here 19 volts. Nice. This is the drain, 19 volts in 4 pins, as you can see. 4 pins hold 19 volts. So the switch is good. The input voltage here is wonderful. Basically, this switch is not the switch for the input. This is for the battery. Here, the proof we're gonna find in this side 19 volt. Okay, in this side, nope, because we didn't connect the battery. So this is for the battery. So for this motherboard, has just one switch. This switch. Okay, okay, nice. After that, my friends, you have to look at the current sense resistor, because from the current sense resistor, the switch here will be, or the 19 volt here will pass directly to the current sense resistor. This one is for the battery, as you can see, no voltage on it. This is for the battery. When we connect the battery and we remove the adapter, you will find here 12 volts, and also here 12 volts, and also here 12 volts. Okay? Okay. Let's locate the current sense resistor in this motherboard. So we have to go to the other side here. Nice. Nice. Here is the current sense resistor, my friends. Nice. If we check this current sense resistor, I will find 19 volts. As you can see, 19 volts. Remember, please remember, because this could be confused for you. Always, or usually, the current sense resistor, the main current sense resistor, is bigger, because this current sense resistor measures the current consumed by the motherboard, the entire motherboard. But this current sense resistor here, as you can see here, where? Here. Okay. Let's manage this. Nice. But do you see? This also is current sense resistor, small one, this one. But we have nothing here. Why? Because this one is for the battery. When we remove the adapter and we connect the battery, this MOSFET will hold 0 volt. But this one will hold 12 volt. And also this one will hold 12 volt in both sides, because the motherboard works with the battery. But now we have 0 because the motherboard work with the adapter. So this one is small because this one is measure the current consumed by the battery. Okay, it measures the current consumed by the battery. But okay, let's do like this. This one here. To say the truth, live is not easy, because in live there is no editing, nothing. That's why, guys, I deserve more likes, because in live you cannot edit, you cannot do nothing, you can just deal with everything, with every problem about multimeter, motherboard, etc. Please, more likes in order to continue for with more live streaming. Okay. So I told you, my friends, this current sense resistor, basically this one is bigger. Why this one is bigger? Because this one measure the current consumed by the whole motherboard, not just the battery, including it measures the current consumed by the motherboard, including the battery. Okay, this is why it's big like this. So from this point, the 19 volt will be distributed to all circuits in the motherboard, including, for example, this circuit here. Let's check. We have 19 volt here because we have a circuit over here. If we go, for example, to this circuit also for the processor, just locate the input. Here we have the input. 19 volt. Magic. No, guys, it's logic. Look, another circuit over here. The input, 19 volts. This is amazing. Another circuit here. Check input, 19 volts. By seeing this kind of tricks, my friends, you will like the electronic. You will love electronics. The electronic is logic, not magic, not random. That's why, guys, I told you just replacing component. I didn't like replacing component. I like the logic, to be logic and to use the process in everything. Okay. So here I teach you, my friends, that always locate the current sense resistor, because the current sense resistor is a key in the hardware, is the bridge from the current sense resistor, the big one, not the smallest one, the big one here. You will find usually R020 or R010. Its resistance is about 1 ohm. About 1 ohm. I can even check it right now. Let's check it. Okay, no problem. Let's check it and then we're gonna continue. Okay, so let's select ohm here in the multimeter. The best multimeter, this one. I like this multimeter. Okay, we have to find 1 ohm. Let's check. One probe here, another probe here, 2.3. This is good, nice. 2.1, 1.9, nice. Okay, let's grab another motherboard and check the constant resistor. Let me see this one, for example. Okay, nice. This is it. This one, for example, here. We have a constant resistor. We have one here. We have another here. Let's check it. 2.2. Nice. This one. 2. Good. 2, 1 ohm, the same. Okay, if we check another one, let's check. I will check another motherboard, the third motherboard, in order to be sure with the measurements. Let's see another motherboard right now. Okay. Hi again, sorry, my friends. Okay, yes, 2 ohm. I find 2 ohm. I find 2 ohm, my friends, here for this one, for example. We have to, okay, 1 ohm, 2 ohm, the same. Very low, okay, very low resistance for current sense resistor. So from the current sense resistor, as I told you, from the current sense resistor here, the voltage will be distributed to all circuits. Even if we select the continuity option here in the multimeter and put one probe here, you see one probe here in the current sense resistor like this, pay attention, one probe here, and if I go to all inputs, I have continuity. Here also, you see continuity. This also, the same, this, as you can see, guys, the same. Here also, the same. So this is the proof that the current sense resistor is the bridge. From the current sense resistor, the voltage is distributed to all circuits in the motherboard. I hope that you understand. Please, if you have any comment, I will try to read the comments.